Oh, Blackburn Rovers heading to League One. It's unfathomable to think. But as the weeks progress, Harry, are you seeing anything that can suggest otherwise? Let's find out on this Blackburn Rovers review as we look back at the games in the last week or so, and also look ahead to one of Rovers' favourite grounds to play at, which is, of course, the Riverside. How are you, Harry? First of all.
Yeah, not great in terms of the footballing. I would quite like to say quickly before I get overly negative. I haven't had a chance to say what I feel about the Newcastle game the other day. I thought that was a great display, really positive. Just wish we could be a bit more like that more often.
Yeah, I was going to say this is. I mean, I watched that as we all did. I think that Newcastle game was so impressive. Rovers. I think I messaged you straight away, like, "Crikey, you are definitely going to stay up." And since then, it's been. Well, you tell us what it's been because I mean, I'm going to put money on 1-1 every game because it just seems to be the scoreline that Rovers just can't get over. Tell us about Millwall first of all. Last Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, that was a game with very little quality all around. Like a team that neither team looked like they wanted to win the game. Neither team looked like they were good enough to win the game. Really, uh, we struggled to string a couple of passes together. And just as Eustace's style of play was looking to get a bit better, I thought we played outstandingly against Newcastle. Second half against Swansea, I didn't think was bad at all either. Um, and then home to Millwall, you think perfect opportunity to pick up 3 points, and just underwhelming, disappointing. Uh, Players go missing. You sort of players like Arnold Sigurdsson that have got the quality, just don't
Yeah.
have that sort of energy or the drive to make an impact.
So the Plymouth game then just gone made it increasingly important, obviously with the position that both of you are in. Smolix gets you off to a flyer, as he often does. But then the red card comes. What was your view on that?
Well, I thought first 10, 15 minutes we were outstanding, played some really good football, scored a great goal. Probably should have had another one. Sigurdsson misses a sitter. But then after that, Plymouth just come attack after attack after attack. And I'm normally, I'm pretty lenient with managers. I give the manager a time of day. But I thought Eustace got it all wrong. They've got a pacey attack. They've got a good attack. And you're starting a 37-year-old centre half. And you could see within the first 5 minutes, they were targeting him from every ball. Every ball, the amount of times they got over the top and in behind him, he just couldn't keep up with them. You could see that red card was going to come. I'd have bought him off so much earlier. And then we looked like we were coming back into it with 10 men. We for like the end of the first half, we'd fallen off. We were well off the pace, but we seemed to get a bit of energy back. But then you play 4-2-3 with 10 men against a side that can attack as well as Plymouth do. As far as I'm concerned, if you go down to 10 men, you go for 4-4-1, keep it compact. And we were 1-0 up at the time. We didn't need to go and get chase another goal. We just need to sit back on what we had. And some of the substitutions he made as well, I thought were really poor. Bringing Sam Gallagher off, our hardest worker, and keeping Arnold Sigurdsson on the pitch, who's known for being lazy, just set up all wrong for me, and I think that cost us.
It's usually the team that goes down is the team that's can't score, can't defend, and that seems to. I can't believe I'm saying this about a Eustace team, but you're letting them in, aren't you? Two against Swansea, one against Millwall, who weren't prolific, another one against Plymouth, who themselves run a terrible run, and that's three teams all around you in the space of a week, and you picked up 2 points. And we'll look at your fixture list in a second. Of all the teams, I've got to be honest, mate, I'm a little bit worried about Blackburn.
Yeah, so am I. It's the type of goals we're conceding as well. Sloppy goals. Millwall really sloppy. I can't wait for Anthony Pear to be back because somehow Leo Wallstead makes himself smaller for that shot of the Millwall goal. Uh, Really, I think I could have saved it. Yeah, a couple of gave the ball away twice for Swansea goals. They were both of our own error. And the Plymouth goal, it was oncoming pressure, but then just switching off defensively. And we've not got a bad defense. We've got good players in there, but it just seemed to leak goals.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look then at your fixtures to come. We'll talk about Middlesbrough in a second, but after Middlesbrough, then it's nicely straightforward. After we got an international break, and we got 4 at home and 4 away. But as many Rovers fans have pointed out, within that 8, there are the current top 4 sides in the league, plus Coventry, plus a resurgent Sheffield Wednesday. So really, the only 2 teams of those 8 which will be on the beach and not have anything to play for will be Sunderland, which is away, and Bristol City, which is also away. Talk to me where your hope is within this run.
The international break, maybe. I honestly, from a man wearing an Ireland shirt, I can't wait for the international break, and that's saying something. Yeah, we've just had a really run of favourable games and won one of them. I think it's one win in 16 league games, and that was against Stoke. Again, tough away games there as well. Middlesbrough, they're going to bring a lot of fans. A tough place to go. Sunderland, also a really tough place to go. Bristol, Leeds, Leicester, potentially 5 of the hardest grounds to go away to in the league. And you look at the home fixtures as well. Ipswich are flying. I don't see them losing points anytime soon. Coventry looks solid. Sheffield Wednesday are banging form. The only hope is if we get to those games and maybe Sheffield Wednesday are safe by then, or Coventry have got nothing to play for by then, or Leeds have won, Leicester have won the league or something already, and they're on the beach, and we just have to. We can. They maybe not try as hard or whatever. They don't care as much because right now I have no hope that Rovers will win a game because of their own ability right now. It's just, well, that's not, the ability is not the right word, because clearly there is ability there. It's just not ticking. It's all going wrong, and I am worried.
What does he have to do then for Middlesbrough? Because I mentioned at the start, this is a Rovers side who love playing at the Riverside. You've only lost once there since Middlesbrough moved, I think, to the Riverside. It's often got score draws, but you don't. You'd love playing at Middlesbrough. So this, and if our Middlesbrough fan were here, which is on holiday, but he'd be saying this is going to be a Blackburn win all over. Because whilst they won at QPR, they have had a stinking run at home. So if you can get the first goal, this potentially could be the first of 3 wins, which I think you need to survive. But what does he need to do? What shape does he need to take? Which personnel does he need to drop and sort out?
Well, Middlesbrough sort of remind me of Rovers from last season, sort of inconsistent, can't really find a good run of form. I just think in terms of he needs to start the players that are going to work hard. I think we've got to be a team that works hard rather than rely on Sam Smodics to score a couple of goals. Sam Gallagher's a must start for me. Arnold Sigurdsson is just so frustrating. I'd bring Dolan or even Markande back in. Someone that looks like they want to be there. Someone who looks like they've, ever since he's got his contract, he just looks fed up. A couple others as well. I'm hoping Sondre Tronstad's back because he makes such a difference in that midfield. I know Smodics gets all the plaudits, but Tronstad for me is our player of the season, and you can see when he's not there the difference he makes. Although I thought Yassine Ayari and John Buckley, when they played, they did well, but then he took Buckley off. That's another thing that frustrates me, the game management. We can't seem to play well for 90 minutes. We either start well, then fall off, or start terribly and then have a good second half. And he makes the wrong changes at the wrong times. He keeps the players on that have not been playing well. And I don't understand. Maybe he's nursing players back to full health. I don't know if Gallagher's fully fit, but he seems to keep bringing him off when I'd say he's the most important player in that system when he wants to play a direct style.
All right, let's get some predictions then from you, Harry, then this weekend. Borough against Blackburn, this is a must-win.
Yeah, and I just have no confidence. I don't think I've been this deflated. Even when we went down a couple of years ago, I don't remember being this deflated. I just don't see where anything's gonna. I don't think we've really been a one-man team. Although people would say when Brereton was there, when Armstrong was there, maybe Rhodes and Gusted back in the past, that we were a one-man team relying on goals. I never thought that was true, but now we actually are. We're nothing without Sam Smodics, I'm afraid. So if he has an off game, which he has had a couple of times this season, and we've lost all those games that he's been off for, I can only see it as a Middlesbrough win. I don't know how their home form is.
Terrible. They're shocking at home. You got chance.
Away we're not much better. I think we last away win was November, maybe. I think our last two league wins might be against Stoke, which is saying something. We've had a whole very different run of fixtures and not won another game. So yeah, I could only say that Middlesbrough are going to win. I'll go 2-1.
Okay. All right then. Well, try and enjoy Patrick's Day if you can, and after the and we'll catch you next week. Cheers, Harry.
No problem.